Yes, Shalom. Honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakak Badash. Big up all of the Acham and the Achwa, the brethren and the sister them, who helped push 100% truth to the four corners. And double honor to all the other them who come before me and push it too. And you want me up on the bus, right? So it's loud. And I start the video at 4:41, which in the reverse is 144. And we have a chat about how Esau has no understanding. Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, your foreign aid, right, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them. These people don't have any understanding. They're doing multiple videos on Charlie Kirk who get shot in your fucking neck. And they're talking about, oh, it's a scheme. Oh, the elites are setting this up. Charlie Kirk is alive. Yo, what's up your mom, bro? The man, they're dead. All right? And they don't have any understanding because they are the most ungodly people. Psalms 111, verse 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding of all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. So these people, they make laws that go against God's commandments, like the white man, the so-called white man. His countries are the countries that put LGBTQ on the other world. His countries are the countries that push shaved face soldiers in our people's militaries when God say a man supposed to have a beard. So these people are against God, meaning they don't do his commandments, meaning they don't have a good understanding. That's what Second Thessalonians says. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except they come a falling away first. Because so-called black and Spanish people, we don't have kingdoms anymore. We are upon the bottom of society. The falling away has happened, right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who is the son of perdition? He is he who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in at the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? So these so-called white people, they oppose and exalt themselves against everything called God. God said that there's no such thing as a divorce unless your woman cheat on you. The white man say, oh, fuck God, right? If your woman wants to leave you, she can divorce you and get half of everything you own, bro. Fuck God. That's what the white man said. God said a man for keep a beard on his face. The white man say, oh, fuck God, bro. If you want a job, shave your face. Right? He give you the ultimatum. Go against God or suffer. That's the white man, bro. You have to realize that everything that you love about these people is against God because they are the sons of perdition. Oh, when Obama passed the law saying that LGBTQ people can get married, no Republican opposed this law. No one repealed this law. When Obama passed the law saying that immigrant children could have citizenship, all of the Republicans, the Trump administration, they rescind the policy. They ended that. So the Republicans ended when he said that illegal immigrants could be citizens, but they never end when he said that gay people could get married. Showing you that they are full in support of anything that is against God. God said a man shall not lie down with man as he would with a woman. And the white man has not repealed the gay marriage laws, but he repealed the immigration laws. Showing you they're in full force against anything that is God. So now we have tensions in Venezuela between America and Venezuela. And this is proof that the American Edomite, the so-called white man in America, he has no understanding. The missiles that they use for destroy these speedboats carrying 3 people, they range in the price from 70,000 to 150,000 just for the missile. No, the person operating the missile, he gets paid. The person commanding the person for operating the missile, he gets paid. So there's whole heap of numbers and salaries that go into each of these strikes. The boats that they are using these $150,000 missiles for, these boats cost like $2,000. And these so-called white people will say, we don't want to run up our taxes with free healthcare. We don't want to run up our taxes with free housing. Yet you're running up your taxes with $1 million airstrikes on boats that cost $3,000. Right? You understand? It's a madness, bro, because these people don't have no understanding. That's why the U.S. debt ceiling keeps rising, because they're wasting money. right? Everything we need to know about the US strike against alleged Venezuelan drug cartels. This is a fucking dickhead move, bro. Habakkuk 2 verse 6, right? Habakkuk 2 verse 6, if it load up. Shall not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. All long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So so-called white people, they take Australia. They take America, the East Coast and the West Coast from the Mexicans. Right? They take South Africa from the black people, right? And they laden themselves with thick clay. The definition of clay, when you go into the Old English etymology of clay, Old English clear, a West Germanic origin, related to Dutch clear, also to cleave and climb. So the word clear means it sticks to you and it rises. When you look on a map, a chart of the United States debt ceiling, which is over $35 trillion, that debt, it don't go away and it climbs. The chart only rises. The chart only rises because they have stuck themselves with thick clear debt. Right? America is the most in-debt country in the world. You understand? They don't pay what they owe. And they want to talk about black people stealing. You don't pay back what you owe. You're $35 trillion in debt. How the fuck that happened? All the men of thy confederacy, Obadiah 1 and 7, have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in these people. And any so-called black person or Latino person that defend white people, when you see so-called black people attacking them, you are a raccoon. When you watch Resident Evil, they are in Raccoon City. You are from that city if you defend these so-called white people that don't like you. Right? So many so-called black people will say that I am a Native American. Right? And these so-called white people, they are living on your fucking land. And they're charging you for living on your own land. And so many Mexicans, they will say, I am Latino for Trump. Meanwhile, California, Nevada, Colorado, all of that is stolen Mexican land. And you people are raccoons that love these people and choose to defend them. When they steal your land, you're living on your land right now and charging you money for living on your own fucking land. Right? Because there's none understanding in these people and there's none understanding in those that join unto them. They're doing $150,000 airstrikes on $3,000 boats in Venezuela. That is 2,000 miles from America. The distance between USA and Venezuela is 2,100 miles, right? A speedboat can only go hundreds of miles. A speedboat cannot go 1,000 miles. To go 1,000 miles, you need a larger ship to handle the waves. So for the United States government to say we need to use $150,000 airstrikes on these speedboats that are bringing drugs from Venezuela to USA, that don't make any fucking sense. No speedboat can make the trip from Venezuela to America. That's a 2,000-mile trip in water, right? That don't make any fucking sense. And they only can push this thing because most people are fucking stupid. We all go to school. Majority of people in the school classroom are dickheads. They can't read out loud. And these same people are the people that vote and argue with you about things. You're arguing with people that can't read Peppa Pig out loud. It don't make sense. Don't ever argue with a man that cannot read out loud. He's a fucking fool. Right? How could you as an American believe that we need to bomb Venezuelan speedboats that cannot make the trip from Venezuela to America? There's no fucking possible way. The only way the government could get away with doing things like this is if the people that the government was ruling over were fucking idiots. Right? And in slavery, they didn't allow the slaves to read and write. So the slaves in slavery were stupid, yet they still did work. So you don't have to be smart to have a job. You don't have to not be a dickhead to own a job. Right? So Habakkuk 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Right? We now go pick up guns. We are not fucking our own coalition of dickheads. We don't need guns. Right? We have God.
All right, the white man no kill God yet, and we have guns and people dead. God said people dead because he said people dead, and the white man dead too. So our God is in power, right? But his soul, the so-called white man, his soul is not in him. Good. All he wants to do is attack so-called blacks and Latino people. Obadiah 1 and 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, the Israelites, so-called blacks and Latinos, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. It's so much truth. You have so much white people coming out and revealing the truth about their own people, saying, yo, you're wicked. You keep saying black people don't do anything, black people don't make their own towns. You burn down all of the towns, you firebomb their towns, and you fire and you flood out their towns. And outside of America, you bomb them. So how could you say they don't build anything when you are bombing them, right? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, right? That's why we see Yemen backed Houthis, right? You cannot believe the news. These Yemenis, there's news articles showing that they have breached Israel Iron Dome. The Israel Iron Dome is the same weaponry that America and NATO use. So if you can breach Israel's weaponry, you can breach American weaponry. And American news media keep saying that American warships are deterring the Yemen attacks on them. They are lying. They are lying. No United States military naval boat can take down a hypersonic missile that the Yemenis have. Right? So they're lying. Right? That's why Yemen can hit Tel Aviv, broke through the United States defense of their jets, broke through the British RAF, broke through the French Rafale fighters, and then broke through the Iron Dome of Israel, the Patriot missile defense system. Yet they can't broke through a naval ship defense system. This showing you that this is garbage, bro. Right? First Ezra 5 and 73. And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived. So with their secret plots, their psyops, their popular persuasion, their media, their commotions, their psyops, they hinder your spiritual building because you're so focused on what their media is giving out. They're so focused on their rappers that they give you for listen to. You're so focused on the TV and the news that they give you for watch that you're missing the people out here telling you the truth. When the Bible said when a rich man talk, everyone listen. The rich man could say 2 plus 2 equal 3 and everyone would listen. When a poor man said 2 plus 2 equal 4, people say, how could 2 plus 2 equal 4 but you don't have no money? Because people are fucking stupid. Right? People are stupid. You understand? We have to realize the majority of niggas around us are fucking stupid. You have to realize the majority of the niggas around you, if you were leaving the plantation, these niggas would have said, I'm going to tell master. Master say, if anyone leave, he will hurt my family. I have to defend my family and stay here with master and trust that he will never hurt me and snitch you out. And then master killed the person that was going to run away and he killed the person that snitched anyway. These niggas are the biggest enemies. Why? Because you know when a white man is around. You can tell another race. You cannot tell another nigga he's a fucking raccoon until he open his mouth. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get the advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. They will give Glorilla. They will give Chief, Pooh Shiesty. They will give these man $1 million deals so that you look up to them and your children look up to them. And it's just causing more degeneracy. Most people that speak out and the spokesperson for the black community are actors, sports people, comedians, people that get paid by the white people because no niggas are getting the NFL rich. Niggas are not paying for albums. Niggas are not paying for TV shows, right? The white people are getting these niggas rich and they are our leaders. This is a device of Satan. How are you going to give the enemy the ability to select your leaders and who you think is a prominent person for idolize? You are letting Jewish people who own the record labels, you are letting Jewish white people who own the media TV stations tell you what nigga for look up to as a successful nigga. Because you don't end up on their TV, on their record labels, unless you agree with what they're pushing. Like the vaccines. Enough people take the COVID vaccine and the nose swab, and you could not name 2 ingredients inside of that. And people will laugh at me and say I'm stupid, but you took a vaccine and a nose swab that you could not name 2 ingredients in. That means you are a fucking dickhead. How you take a vaccine and you can't name 2 ingredients in it? You have to be a fucking dickhead. You wouldn't take a fucking bottle of water from me because you don't trust what I put in it. But you trusted that the white man gave you medicine. And you could not name 5 ingredients in it. No, let's not say 5. Let's say 1. You can't name 1 ingredient in the vaccine and no sub that you take. And you think your laughs and what you say against me matters. You a dickhead. You a dickhead. All I have to do is put on a lab coat and say I'm Dr. Dickinson and say take this and you would have taken it because I'm Dr. Dickinson. Right? And we have to realize the majority of niggas we are around are fucking stupid. They are dumb. Give a nigga a book to read and see how he closes his mouth fast because he can't read out loud. You niggas can't read out loud and they think they're cool. Bro, you're arguing with people against the Bible that cannot even read the Bible out loud. It don't make any sense. So shalom, peace and blessings. This was a lesson on the bus for the man them on the bus, you understand? We know say our kingdom is soon come. 144,000, 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom.